Hello everyone, myself Professor Puspendra Patel, Civil Engineering Department, Technocrats TIT Group of Institution Bhopal. Today we will discuss about building material. First one is a introduction of basic building material. First one is stones, brick, lime, cement, timber, sand, aggregate and mortar. Today's we will discuss about stones. What is the definition of stones, uses of stones, classification of stones, and their dressing. First one is the definition of stones. Stones which is suitable for a construction of structure like dam, road building, etc. Building stones should pass through strength and stability of building. Stones are considered as the popular building material from the olden days due to availability of natural stones. Stone is a natural material which is always obtained from rocks. It is used in a wall, foundation, lintel, floor, roofs, and it is also used as a construction of bridge, dam, and construction of a building. These are common uses of stones. First one is it is used in foundation of building. It is also used construction of dam, barrages, and it is also used as a artificial sand. Stones are used as a raw material for manufacturing of cement and construction of road and railway track. And it is also used part of building such as lintel and arches and thin slab for building roofing and ornamental purpose of a building elements. It is a ancient structure construction from a stones. These are classification of stones. Classification are based geological, physical, and chemical classification. First one is a geological classification of stones. Geological classification of stones is first one is igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks. These are primary rocks formed by molten magma. The cooling of magma result in the formation of rocks. It is an example of igneous rock. Sedimentary rock. These rocks are formed by the deposition of products of weathering on the pre-existing rock. It is a basic example of sedimentary rock. Metamorphic rock. These rocks are formed by the action of pressure and internal heat inside the earth surface. It is known as a metamorphic rock. It is a basic different example of metamorphic rock. Second classification is physical classification of stones. It is based on general structure of rocks. According to physical classification, it is divided in a three types. First one is stratified rocks, unstratified rocks, and foliated rocks. Stratified rocks are defined. These structure in natural environment. They possess planes of stratification or cleavage and can be easily split along these planes. Sedimentary rocks are distinctly stratified rocks. That is a example basic sandstone and limestone, slate, etc. Unstratified rocks. The rocks don't show any sign of strata and cannot be easily split into the layers. These are known as unstratified rocks. Their structure may be crystalline or granular. Granite, trap, and marble are the common example of unstratified rocks. Next one is foliated rocks. These rocks have tendency to split up in different direction. The foliated structure is very common in case of metamorphic rocks. Basic different example is a slate, solution. Next classification is chemical classification of stones. According to classification, according to chemical, first one is a siliceous rocks, argillaceous rocks, and calcareous rocks. Chemical classification, first one is a siliceous. The stones which contains silica as a primary constituents are called siliceous rocks. These stones are durable, and it is an example of siliceous rocks are granite, quartz, and sandstone, etc. Second one is argillaceous. This is a clay stones or these stones which contains large amount of alumina. Clay is a principal constituent of argillaceous rocks. The basic example is slate and laterite. Next is calcareous rocks, the stones which contains calcareous material as a primary constituents are called calcareous rocks. The basic example of calcareous rocks, marble stones and limestones, etc. Next topic is stones is dressing of stones. What is the purpose of dressing? Dressing of stones is a process for providing a proper shape, size, and smooth finish to the rough surface broken stones, which is called a quarry stones. It is removed from rocks. Dressing of stones is done either hand tools or machinery. Hand tools are used like pickaxe, chisel. Stones dressing is required more technical skilled labor and fair understanding of drying material and specification. It is an example of dressing of stones, giving a proper shape and size. Dressing of stones, there are so many objects, reduce the size, proper shape, and proper finish. Dressing of stones, next object giving a proper sizing, shaping, and planning, finishing, and polishing. For example, shape is the process where we remove the sharp side of a stone blocks. Polishing, it is the last stage if dressing and polishing are done only on marble, limestone, and granite. Sizing, sizing is the process where we remove the extra portion of a stone by hand tools like hammer, chisel, etc. It is done to give a stones to a proper shape. Characteristics of a good building stones. Qualities and characteristics of a good building stones. It should be hardness, durability, porosity and absorption, reliability, weight, appearance and color, fire resistance and strength. These are a basic characteristics of a good building brick, good building stones. Thank you.